I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so glad.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at 10 things you need to know before you buy Once Human. Because are you tired of the same old post-apocalyptic survival games? Do you have the crave something fresh, exciting, that reinvigorates that genre? Well, Once Human might be exactly what you're looking for. This game promises to inject new life into the genre with its unique setting, innovative mechanics, and a storyline that is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. So, without further ado, here are the top 10 things you need to know before you buy Once Human. So, Once Human stands out from other survival games by introducing a cosmic horror element. This game is set on a massive island infected by extra-dimensional plague called Stardust. This plague is not your typical virus or zombie outbreak, but instead it introduces a Lovecraftian horror aspect to the game, with monstrous creatures that seem like they've walked straight out of a nightmare. The Stardust Plague, it challenges and changes everything you know about survival games, adding an extra layer of terror and intrigue that keeps you constantly on your toes. One of the key elements that set Once Human apart is its crafting and resource management system. Harvesting materials isn't just about gathering what you need, it's a strategic decision because the Stardust infected materials can drain your sanity. This adds a whole new level of difficulty and excitement. The crafting system itself is more user-friendly and dynamic compared to other games. You'll find that creating weapons and tools and shelter is a seamless process that doesn't distract from the immersive experience like you can get in other games. The design and variety of bosses in Once Human is truly remarkable. Each boss is uniquely horrifying, like the Archeum Divergent, a giant black widow with an open ribcage lined with black spikes and a menacing skull. But not all diversions are enemies. Some, like the Wanderer, a giant bus that roams the land, serves as your companions. There are around 40 different deviations that you can capture and use as mounts or combat allies. These deviations are not only visually unique but also add strategic depth to your gameplay. And speaking of the Wanderer, this is one of the most unique mechanics seen in survival games. So imagine a bus that is merged with an extra dimensional entity, serving as a mode of transport and transit across the continent. The Wanderer it's not just a simple vehicle, it's a living entity that can be occupied by fellow players and monsters alike. This turns the bus into a hotspot for interaction, foraging and combat, making each ride an unpredictable adventure. So every element of Once Human is tied to the Stardust Plague. And this plague, it affects everything from what you drink to the wildlife you encounter. Consuming infected blood and food will deplete your sanity, which in turn affects your maximal health. The enemies you face are all manifestations of the Stardust, providing a consistent and immersive theme throughout the game. This integration ensures that you're always aware of the ever-present threat of Stardust, making every decision and encounter meaningful. Once Human isn't just about multiplayer chaos, it also offers a rich single-player experience. The main campaign revolves around aiding the Mayfly faction in their struggle against the tech giant Rosetta, which is experimenting with Stardust for nefarious purposes. This story-driven campaign is full of side missions and lore details, providing a deep and engaging narrative. The best part that you can tackle the campaign at your own pace, making it a flexible experience whether you prefer solo play or cooperation missions with your friends. And you know we're going to have to be talking about the weapons, and the diverse weaponry in this game is amazing. Combat in Once Human is primarily gun based, featuring 7 categories of weapons and over 100 blueprints. Each weapon type has its own unique role, from the precision of a sniper rifle to the close quarters chaos of a shotgun. Upgrading your weapons is crucial, with options to improve rate of fire, critical hit rate and accuracy. The inclusion of melee weapons also hints at a potential future update expanding upon the combat options. This diverse arsenal ensures that every player can find their preferred combat style and continuously adapt their strategy. And like I touched on before, there is a base building element to this, and the base building is a core aspect of pretty much any survival game, and Once Human excels in this area. You can construct extensive bases with minimal restrictions, allowing for creative and strategic designs. So whether you're building a simple home for yourself or a communal hub for other players, the game's blueprint relocation feature lets you move your structures as needed. Gathering resources like wood and metal is essential, but the game respects your time by providing ample materials. So building a base isn't just functional, it's rewarding and integral part of the survival experience. And I know that some of you are going to be building some amazing bases. The world of Once Human is populated by 6 distinct factions, each with its own motives and territories. These factions add depth to the game, offering variants and alliances and conflicts that shape your experience. Exploring the different regions controlled by these factions, it requires unique stories and challenges. The dynamic choices you can lead to different outcomes, such as releasing hostile cultists or gaining powerful allies. This faction system ensures that your actions have meaningful consequences. So it's adding a layer of strategic and strategy and the immersion to the game. And well, there's been some positive feedback from the beta already. I know that this game is coming out on July the 9th, so next week it should be out. And so far, I think it's going to be a good one. And it's important to note that Once Human has received the overwhelmingly positive feedback from its closed beta test. Players have praised the game for its innovative mechanics, immersive world, and a lack of game-breaking bugs. This positive reception bodes well for the final release coming out in July the 9th, suggesting that the developers they're on the right track. And if you're on the fence about buying Once Human, the optimistic beta impressions should give you the confidence that this game is worth your time and money. And I'm not sure how much it costs when it fully releases, but so far I know it's free on Steam, so maybe just go over and pick it up. And basically this wraps up what a detailed look at Once Human. If you're excited about this game and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon to enable notifications so you never miss an update. Once Human is coming out on July the 9th, and it is a multiplayer open world survival game set in a strange post-apocalyptic future. So basically you're going to have to reunite with friends to fight monstrous enemies, you're going to have to uncover the secret plots, compete for resources and build your own territory. Once you were just merely a human, but now you have the power to remake the world. So basically, if that's something that you are wanting to do, make sure you let me know in the comment section before that this apocalyptic game, which could change everything, is something that you're going to be picking up in the future. And I know you're going to be starting off by waking up in the middle of nowhere in this game, and you'll have to brace yourself for the cruelty of nature, from the monsters to the lack of food. But if you like that challenge, if you like the idea of Stardust influence that does not restrict to the living things, it also infects the soil and the water. The polluted food and the drinking of dirty water will reduce the sanity. If this type of challenge is something that you're going to be wanting, then I think Once Human could be the game for you. It's going to be fun. I'm going to play it on the channel, so make sure you subscribe, and we'll be catching you in the next video.